Good morning, Internet. It is Sunday, happy Sunday, and welcome to St. Pete. I wanted to bring you out here to the bay to see the sun over the ocean. It's hard to because the bay kind of faces this way and the sunrise is that way, but you can still kind of see the pretty colors coming up over the water. But I wanted to talk to you about a couple of updates and interesting things that have been going on with me. So the video I just posted in Sevilla, that was my last city in Europe. We were in Sevilla when the United States announced that they were going to suspend all incoming travel from Europe, and we were evacuated from there. So I have like maybe one or two more videos from there to post. But oh look, is that a swan? What is that? Is that a swan? I can't really see it from here. White bird right over there. So I have not a lot more left to post travel-wise. And that's scary because I have a travel channel and it was just starting to do well. After 5 years of making videos, I crossed 1,000 subscribers. That was super exciting. Posting travel content, and now I'm back in the States and can't really travel anywhere. But I did want to share something exciting I did do in the last 2 months. I don't have any footage of it, so it's going to be a story time. I'm excited to share it with you. I'm gonna head back home, back to the house, and yeah, it was a nice walk. This is the one time a day, one kind of public place where I can go out without wearing a mask. And if you're not wearing a mask, you should be. But my my 6 a.m. walk to a big empty public field, I guess, to see the sun out over the ocean is my one time a day that I don't wear a mask. So now that the sun is up, it's actually right over there, coming up over the trees. Now that the sun is up, we better go home so we can mask up. But I think I'm actually gonna have some breakfast. So let's go do that.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Breakfast accomplished. Cheers. So you may notice I'm sitting on the floor in a new location. And you may be wondering why. Well, that's because I moved in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. So the story you know up till now, we were in Spain, we were in Sevilla, when the United States announced that it was going to stop all travel from Europe. So we basically evacuated back to the States. I flew into Cleveland, into Ohio, and spent 14 days in isolation with my stepdad to make sure I wasn't bringing anything home. But after that 14 days, I had a problem. You see, I'd been traveling 4 years nonstop, all over the States and all over Europe, and I had given up my apartment. I had an apartment in San Antonio. You can see some of my old videos when I lived in San Antonio, and when I started traveling full-time, I kept the apartment for about 6 months, and then I gave it up. I thought, you know what, I'm going to be traveling full-time. I don't need a permanent place to live. Well, then a pandemic hit. So I was fortunate because I was traveling with a lot of friends, and a lot of them were in the same circumstance. So 3 friends and I we're all kind of in the place of like, well, we've been homeless for the last 4 years, and now we're stuck in the States for the foreseeable future. We need a place to live. So we buckled up and started searching for houses and for jobs because we'd all lost our jobs as well as our homes and most of our friends. Feeling great about that. Cheers. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm actually really lucky because I was able to find 3 friends to live with. I drove down to Kentucky to stay with my dad while we looked for a place. And it was hard because I felt like I was traveling from Ohio to Kentucky to Florida. And I thought, man, like I shouldn't be traveling. Like I'm going to take something with me. And, so I was very careful. I didn't go out. I didn't go, really didn't go to the grocery store. I didn't go anywhere. I tried to really quarantine myself. So stayed with my dad for about a month in Kentucky. And then we came to Florida, and we were at a lovely Airbnb. And actually, the place I was at in the Lost Passport video, the Cheap Flights to Europe, the last few videos where I was like in a house and not traveling, were filmed at that Airbnb. We spent 2 months at that Airbnb looking for jobs and looking for a place to live, because the deal was, we had 2 months at this Airbnb, and if we couldn't find a job within 2 months, we were going to abandon ship and, not all move together in Florida. So it was like quite a time crunch that we were under to get a job. Fortunately, I did get a job. It took almost the whole 2 months. It took like a month and a half. And that doesn't include the 2 months of job searching I did when I got back from Spain. So it was about 3 months of job hunting to find a job. Not a great paying job, but a job. And then it became time to house hunt. And y'all, house hunting during a pandemic is so weird. I mean, it's so weird because usually you go see houses and there's like a leasing agent or a realtor or somebody there that's showing you the house, telling you all the great things about it, and they kind of don't leave you alone. But all the places we went to tour were doing self-tours. You basically had like a keypad, you walked up and they gave you a number and a time, and you walked up and put in the stuff in the keypad, got the key, and you had like a half hour to just wander around the house. So we saw a lot of houses this way, and we had some trouble agreeing on where exactly we wanted to be, Tampa Bay area, and what our budget was, because we're all pretty much broke since we all lost our jobs, and had to also, get a place to live. It was quite an expensive ordeal. But we finally found a place that we agreed on, and that worked, and we found it just in the nick of time. I mean, like 4 days before we had to be out of the Airbnb, we found this house. So all 4 of us are currently living in the house, and we're all kind of working and doing our own thing. It's a weird time because, we just moved in, but you can't really, can't do anything. Stuff is open here in Florida, but you shouldn't do anything. You shouldn't go to restaurants or bars if you can avoid it. And we're kind of like cooped up here together. And it's not a bad thing. Like, we all get along really well. It's been a strange few months. So moving in the middle of a pandemic, 1 out of 10 would not recommend. It's tough. It's stressful. And especially when you're also job hunting. I did luck out though. Actually, if you remember, a few years ago in 2017, I posted a video where I toured St. Petersburg, Florida. And I don't know if I said it in the video, but I said to myself, like, oh, I like this place. I could totally live here. Well, happy accident. Now I live here. Kind of a bummer because it means all the drama I went through to get my passport and all the paperwork and effort it was to get my visa for Spain are pretty much meaningless now. But I struggle a lot with this channel. I struggle a lot to think about, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to run out of travel content soon. I just crossed 1,000 subscribers, so I'm just growing, but I don't have enough of an audience that I think would stay with me if I pivoted to something else. So I don't really know what to do with this YouTube channel. Like, it took me 5 years to get here, to 1,000 subscribers, to people that actually will engage with the videos every so often. So yeah, I'll finish posting the travel content I have. I've planned some kind of stand-up and talk travel speeches, I guess, monologues, where I'm just going to talk to you about, flights and travel agents and hotels and stuff like that. And I'll try to keep it interesting and fresh. But it's been a weird few months, as I'm sure you can tell. It's been a strange, strange time. But we're trying to make the best of it. We're living by the ocean, which is great. I've always, 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 when I was growing up in Ohio, wanted to live by the water. I just love the smell of the salt water. So it's awesome that like 2 blocks away I can take a walk in the morning and see sunrise and smell the salty sea air and look out over the water. Super awesome, and I got super, super lucky. So, I as like sad and frustrated as I am trying really hard to think about how much luckier I am than the people who, got sick and didn't make it, or had family members that didn't make it, or are homeless and didn't have any resources or friends or opportunity to, put a roof over their head or find a new job. I as much as I struggle, I try to keep that in mind. So anyway, if you are watching this, please leave a comment below and let me know how long you've been watching me and what kind of videos you like, because I am going to obviously be I'm going to try to make some, I call them travel adjacent content, content that's not like me traveling, but it is like about travel, or I can talk about travel. So if that's something you'd be interested in, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think and what you're interested in, and hopefully we can continue to make stuff together and stuff that you like. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, and wear a mask. Okay, bye.